Hey, it's your time to blossom and become the most confident you. In today's video, we're actually going to talk about scheduling. Scheduling is one of those things that overwhelms most people, but I'm going to show you a nice, simple way for you to feel confident about your schedule, feel confident you can follow your schedule, because it's not going to be overwhelming and it's not going to box you in. We're going to give you some flexibility and some choices, and also make it really easy to see what's going on. So, if this is all using free resources, which is even better, right? If you find any value in this, please share, hit the thumbs up button, give me a like, let me know what you think, let me know what you want more information on, and go ahead and subscribe to help raise your confidence vibe, because that's what we're here for. So here's the tutorial.
Okay, so let's get you some confidence with color blocking your schedule. This is a system that works for me. It is so simple. You're going to love it. I use Google Calendar. 2 reasons. 1, it's free, it's simple, and 2, it actually matches with my phone. So all my notifications go to my phone as well. Isn't that simple? So let's get started. One of the things that we tend to forget when we're working out our schedule is our own well-being. So we're actually going to work on well-being first, because if you do not fill your own cup, you will not be able to fill other people's. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the time, it doesn't really matter when, and I am going to hit more options. We can see right here. With that, I am going to add the title, sleep. And I'm going to put my time in as 10 p.m. I think I'm going to do till like 5:30 a.m. And that's going to give me a good 7.5 hours of sleep. Oh, there we go. Every morning, every night. And here you see it says does not repeat. Well, we want this to repeat. We want this to repeat every single day, because we're going to get into a good routine of having a great night's sleep and feeling rested and relaxed. You're going to pick a color. I like to use gray for this, because it's not really like you're doing anything, you're recuperating. It's something that's a soothing color, it's a soft color, and then you hit save. As you can see, it tells you I am going to sleep every night, and it's all taken care of. I'm actually going to edit this a little bit more because I want it to start like this, and that way it does the whole week. See, a little bit easier to watch. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around and say, well, if I'm sleeping, I also need to eat, so I'm going to have my breakfast at 7 o'clock every morning. And I'm going to be good and click over here, and I'm going to put breakfast and more options, 7 to 7:30, repeats daily. I'm going to pick blue, and blue is going to be my eating and my family time. These are things that I find important and I'm going to focus on. Then about 1 o'clock I'm going to have lunch, and I'm going to spell it correctly. I'm going to eat that about 6 o'clock. More options. Repeats daily. Blue. Done. What I have done here, as you can see, is I've got my sleep and my eating. These are the 2 most common things that, as moms, parents, someone who works at home, these are things that we forget. Have you ever gone a day and gone, oh no, I didn't have breakfast and I didn't have dinner, I've just been in my office all day working? By putting these notifications up, you are helping yourself do this and do this successfully. Now, what you can do, if I go in and edit, let me show you, you can add pictures and things like that, but you can set and add a notification. So if you need a notification being sent to your phone or on your computer 10 minutes before, you can have that. These are all things you can come in to do. I add notifications for appointments and stuff like that. So then, after I have done this, I am going to go ahead and add my, what I call my I cannot change it. I tend to do these in red. So for me, I add it here, is my Toastmasters. It is a scheduled meeting that I go to every week. And I do put it as 2.5 hours, even though it's only an hour. Well, it's about an hour and 20 minutes. Because I like to allow myself travel time and other things like that. And I repeat it weekly on a Friday. It is red. I can add a notification. And then I save. And I can also add in things for my son, like, for example, scouts at 7 o'clock on a Sunday, doctor's appointments, and other things like that. You can also add in your work schedule. So if you work a 9 to 5 or 10 to 6 or 11 to 3, you can go in and you can pop this right in here, just so that way you have it on your schedule. Okay, so now you have your reds, your must-haves in there. I'm a little bit more flexible with my time because I have this as a full-time work-at-home business. However, yours may look very different from here. The next priority that I like to put in is family activities and errands and things like that. These are things that you should do, because if you start taking away from your family, that's when they get cranky. And if they get cranky, they make your working life more difficult. So for me, what I do is 3 times a week, I do a kid time. Now I actually do more times than this with them, but these are like scheduled, absolutely will happen. No ifs, ands about them. I do all my meals with them, and for that kid time I like to go like 6:30 to 8, and I am going to repeat it custom. And you see when it comes up custom, it tells you can pick the dates on. I'm going to repeat it every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I'm also going to do it on a Sunday as well. So I'm going to do it 4 times a week. And I'm going to hit done and save. See, right there, it is populated. My husband does all the grocery shopping and things like that, so he would put that in. That's why I have his schedule and my schedule, and we make sure they match. You see, you can set up everyone's in the family, which is kind of fun. On top of that, I am going to do hubby time as well, and hubby time is once the kids are in bed, and that is after 8 o'clock. So I'm going to put this in on Sunday, and I'm going to put hubby time, and this is where we go ahead and we watch a movie, we sit down and talk. In fact, on Saturdays, I'm going to change this because this is our business meeting. And we do this once a week for an hour, weekly on Saturdays. But it's part of my business, so I'm just going to change that to purple because I'm going to use purple for my business. And what this is, we sit down and we go over the business, we go over things that we need from each other. He'll tell me, well, I could do with you helping me with the kids on the homeschool for mathematics on Monday, and I can go in and edit my schedule. By doing it like a business partnership, it actually helps us stop arguments, and there's nothing like not having an argument in a family, which is amazing. I just love it. So I'm going to add that business meeting in there, but at the same time I'm going to come in and I am going to add him as a priority in my life, because I don't want him being cranky. Cranky's not good. And I am going to give him at least an hour and a half of my time. I'm going to do a custom. I'm going to give him Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And this is 3 times a week. We may even go for a date. This is when we might go for dinner, things like this. It's kind of nice. As you see, and I still have plenty of time. Oh my goodness. And this is where people are like, well, I don't have time. Got lots of time here. Then let's talk morning schedule. Your morning schedule is really important. I like to do the Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. I will link the book in the video comments. And this is where you do what's called a savers, and that is silence with a meditation, affirmations, visualizations, exercise, reading and scribing. I'll do another video completely on miracle mornings for you, but I'm going to go ahead and put this in. I'm going to call it savers, more options. It takes me about an hour and a half to do it every morning because it gives me a little bit of extra time. I'm going to do a different thing. I am going to do a custom because unfortunately with my Toastmasters on Friday it doesn't exactly work out in place. I do a much more reduced. My husband drives because we like to feed the kids Denny's on that day, and what we do is I read in the car, I do my affirmations in the car. It's just a little bit different for me. I make it work when I have the opportunity to. And then we're going to save. As you see, it brings me right up to breakfast. I have not even checked my emails or my messages or anything like that. I don't put anything for the half hour after breakfast because this is also a touch base time where I'm talking to my hubby, making sure everything's good, everything's okay. And that's when I come into admin mode. Again, this is for my work. More options. Go pick my color. No, I'm going to pick purple. Purple's pretty. And I do this every day apart from Fridays. So custom. And I actually just do it later on a Friday. And this is about an hour. What admin mode is where I'm going to go check emails, check text messages, check voicemails, check Facebook messages and all that kind of good stuff and get myself set on the day. In my savers, I'm also setting my intentions for the day, so I already know what I want to achieve and where I want to go. I will also use this time to create a list. What do I need to do today? What do I need to get done? How can I achieve it? So I'm going to hit save. And I'm going to come in here and give myself an hour to do admin on the Friday. And I repeat that weekly on Friday. Save. So now I know what I need to do. How do I make this work for my business? Well, I learned a long time ago there's 3 things that are very important in a business, especially when it's online. You want to build with your audience. You want to build your audience, you want to engage with your audience, and you want to create content for your audience. But you also want to do personal development. So how I work is I work in blocks. And I don't give myself set things to do in those blocks. Like I'm not going to say, well, I'm going to build my audience by talking to 10 people on Facebook and 20 people on Twitter. I just put build audience. And I know that that is where my list of each different thing. And I'll do videos about these and I will link them below. Bear with me on those. So I will come in and I'm going to say, well, between 9:30 and yes, I leave little gaps and I'm going to explain why. I'm going to say, I'm going to create content actually first thing in the morning. More options. Going to repeat daily. And I'm going to do 2 hours of creating content. This could be Facebook Lives, this could be creating videos, this could be creating blog posts, it could be completing any of these things. I'm going to save it. There we go. It does get a little tight here, but that's okay. The reason I leave gaps is because there's always a chance of things overrunning, and also in between each activity, I want you to get up, I want you to walk around, I want you to have a stretch, grab some water. If you need a little snack, make sure you take a bathroom break, because we are so guilty of like, oh, I just need to finish this, I just need to finish this, oh, I just need to finish this. Take care of you too. Okay? So then between 12, you got now an hour and a half, and what I do here is I actually take an hour to edit content. and that goes up into my lunch daily. And what that is, do I need to download my Facebook Live to put it on my YouTube? Do I need to edit my videos? Do I need to grammar check my blog posts? It's about double checking and triple checking that everything I'm doing is a great quality for people, and I'm giving what works with my brand. In fact, if you're curious about branding, I am going to tell you, I have a card just up above. It should come up in one of the top corners about how I do my branding. Save. Take a break. Now, right here, what I'm going to do, I've already made my content. I've already built my, editing my content. I am going to build my audience. How I build my audience is by 1, sharing content that helps them. 2, making new friends, making new connections, talking with them. I'm going to do 2 hours of that as well, and I'm going to repeat that daily. And this is just me making friends. I mean, if you're after people as a number, then you're not going to do very well. Make friends, find out about them, love them, help them, bring joy to them. And I do it throughout the rest of the day, but this is like 2 dedicated hours that I do this for. And then I have a gap right here again. My gap right here, I can put in anything I need. What I will tend to do is come back up a little bit, on the days that I am having hubby and kid time, I will engage my audience for an hour. What engaging is, this is me going through and talking on people's posts, talking on people's Twitters, actually having messages. It is not responding to anything, it's literally just talking to them. And again, I'm going to repeat this custom, and I believe it was Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. I'm going to hit done and save. See? Now I have a little extra time here which I can do more engaging, and right here, oh, I almost forgot something. I do a team call every Tuesday. See, this is why we need to make sure we do this. And my team call goes from about 7, sometimes to 8:30, sometimes 8. I'm going to say 8. I'm going to schedule myself at 8 because this is the thing. We give ourselves flexibility. This is something that I can't forget, so it's a red. Go ahead and pop that in. And I have engage right here. And I'm going to go ahead and change that to custom, and that will be Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Done. 10, 9, save. Oh, and as you see, I just realized I overlapped. Can you see how it showed me how I overlapped straight away? Hubby's more important than that, so I'm going to edit. I also did the wrong color. Bad me. Oopsie. So I'm going to go ahead and custom and change that from the Thursday to the Friday. Done. Because that's what I should have done in the first place. Save. All events, because I'm editing, it lets me know. Because sometimes we have to edit a one-off. And see right here, we have extra things. You still have time. Right here between 9:30 and 10, I do personal development. This is me reading. I read every night just to learn and to unwind and just to relax and to get everything taken care of. And that comes right across there. As you can see, I have created a full schedule. My schedule is, hang on, 2, 3, 4, 6, about 8 hours a day, but this is my full-time position. This is my full-time job. I am creating an empire. If you are doing it part-time, and that's okay, It may be that, I have an hour to create content, an hour to build my audience, and an hour to engage each day. Gary Vaynerchuk, he actually says this, and this is amazing. I love this. Most people don't think they have the time to do these things, but when you start breaking down your schedule, you can see where you are missing time. You don't think you have time to run a business, but you come home and you watch 6 hours of Netflix at night. How could those 6 hours be used to create a second stream of income? Worth thinking about. So this is my color blocking system. I hope it has been helpful. Go ahead, and I would love for you to drop some of the things that you find that you spend time on that maybe you shouldn't, because oopsie, we all do it. And if this has been useful, and what colors you would use in your color blocking system, because it really just says a lot about your personality, and it's so fun. So don't forget to subscribe to raise your confidence vibe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single video. Have a great day. Love you all. Have a nice time.